Welcome to Stay
and Slay
with Mel
and Chrissy.
Okay, today we're at Sip of Hope, and Sip of Hope is the world's first coffee shop where 100% of the proceeds support suicide prevention and mental health education. I am looking at a sign on their wall right now. But we want to ask a few people around the coffee shop just a few questions about mental health and kind of what drew them to this coffee shop to be here today.
Right.
Stay tuned.
Yeah, this is so new for us.
Yeah, we feel really awkward and uncomfortable, but we're going out of our comfort zone.
Rejection therapy.
Yeah, and if people reject us, that's fine.
Welcome to STAY&SLAY. I'm Chrissy. What's your name?
Ivy.
My name's V.
Those are beautiful names.
Yeah, we have the same name and the same haircut.
Oh, for real. I love it. So yeah, we have a mental health podcast, and we just want to ask you a few questions. First off, we are at Sip of Hope. What brought you here to this coffee shop today?
Well, it was suggested by V, but yeah, we came to just do our little monthly catch up and gab.
Oh, I love that.
And also, it's across the street from the library, and I have books to pick up.
Oh my gosh, I love that you read. What is something, since this is Sip of Hope, what brings you hope in a time of darkness?
I think community.
Community.
Yeah. I think that at the end of the day, when it's hard to get through the day yourself, you just have to rely on other people sometimes to help pull you through.
And having to rely on others is such a strong thing to do, because it's hard to admit that you need other people.
What Ivy said.
What Ivy said. Retweet. One last thing, we do this little segment at the end of our podcast where we talk about our little thing of the week. So it's just anything small that might have brought, helped you get through the week, might have brought you just a little bit of joy and hope into your life. What is your guys' little thing this week?
Well, I got my hair cut last weekend, and then I went into a dermatology appointment, and the door lady was like, "Your hair's really cute. You look cute today." And that made me feel, because sometimes when you get a haircut, it's really rough. And so perceiving yourself after the haircut and I don't know, getting into it. So that made me be oh, this is a nice haircut. This is nice. Yeah.
But also she noticed you, and that's everything. What about you?
Mine is at Mariano's, sometimes I get those frozen hash browns,
Oh my gosh.
and they're just really tasty. And I feel kind of like a kid when I eat them, but sometimes at the end of the day, it just really...
It's like McDonald's breakfast at home. I'm Chrissy. Welcome to Stay&SLAY. That's our podcast name. What's your name?
My name is Daniela.
What's your name?
Bridget. My name is Laura.
What brought you here to Sip of Hope today?
Actually, I wanted, both of them are from Colombia, and I wanted them to meet, and I lived in Colombia, so it was just for all the girls to get together and be mental support for each other, and yeah.
I love that.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday! I love birthdays. I love birthdays. How has mental health affected your guys' life? Why is it so important to you guys?
The important part is that it makes you question the character that you had for yourself in your mind. Mm-hmm. So if you don't question that, you will be recreating patterns that are not even yours.
Right.
So that's...
What is your little thing of the week? What has brightened your week, made it a little better, kind of gave you hope for whatever you're going through?
Actually, hair.
Yeah.
I think you've been, talking to you, it's been okay, being surrounded by women that actually feel and think in a similar way that I do, is you can be supported, There's someone feeling the same way you're feeling right now, and that's simply awesome.
Right, you're never alone. You're never alone.
Just meeting up today, this conversation, we all needed it so badly and didn't even realize how much we needed it until we got together. And it's we're all oh, I needed this. So it feels really good. Yeah.
I love that. No, she's no thanks. But happy birthday. Thank you guys so much for being here. We appreciate it. We just love, I love talking to people. It's kind of why we started this, because we went through something really traumatic, and just being able to like build a community and have people to talk to and realize that there's so many people who go through the same things.
We literally just
This is just like the perfect ending for this morning because we're actually talking about that entire morning.
I just love the way the world works. Like we all needed to meet today. But yeah, I just think the more you talk about it and the more comfortable we can make it, the better. We're doing this. So I'm Chrissy. Welcome to Stay and Slay. What is your name?
Liam.
So we are at Sip of Hope right now. Do you want to just talk about what Sip of Hope is?
Yeah, we're a coffee shop owned by a nonprofit organization centered around mental health. So, yeah, I guess the original idea is that the coffee shop would be a place to like come and talk about, I don't know, or just be open about mental health. And actually, we're all like mental health first trained. So we're just to like deal with people who are in crisis. We can't diagnose people or anything, but we were just like there to talk. Yeah.
I love that.
Organization.
Yeah. The world needs more of you guys. That's like such an important job to have, and like you've probably saved so many people's lives. So we like thank you for that. What is one thing that brings you hope in like a tough time?
I would say friends and family. Yeah, for the most part. I mean, yeah, friends and family that like support you. I would say even just like hobbies, things you love doing, like continuing to do those. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very interesting because we've talked to a few of the people here today, and all of them have said like community really makes them have hope for life. And I feel like the biggest thing is knowing you're never alone in something, that there's always someone experiencing the same feeling you might be dealing with. My last question, we do this little segment at the end of our podcast where we talk about a little thing that brightened our week or maybe just kept us going. And it's always something really small. It could be super simple or it could be super big. So if you need time to think, take it.
Hanging out with friends, like coming here and like having a good day at work here. Yeah, I can't think of too many like unique individual experiences, but yeah, really just like even just small moments, like just having like a good laugh for a little bit.
Have you ever had like a really like life-changing customer here? Like has anything ever happened here that like just made you feel like, wow, I really do have a purpose here?
I don't know if it'd be one person, but we do have some regulars who have been like really great, and I think that's like what's unique about here too, is that we do have a lot of regulars that we talk to, and like it feels like, I don't know if I would say we're like all friends, but it's like feels more of a friendly relationship than just like a random person. Yeah. So we've had some people that like have come and gone, and I do think that's like, even if it's like very simple, like them just kind of talking with them about a lot of times they talk about their issues with mental health and like working through it. But it's like we do it in such a friendly, it doesn't feel like like a therapy session or whatever. It's just like just openly and talking. So I think that is definitely like the main, yeah.
Yeah. I think that's cool because you guys kind of have built like your own community here. And that's like our mission is to make mental health a more comfortable conversation. And I think things like these can really like make it more normal to be so open, and the more you talk about it, the more people don't feel alone in things.
Yeah, sometimes people just don't have they feel like they don't have anyone to talk to. So creating a space that's just open and you feel like you're not being like a burden or something to like open up. I think that's great. Because like even I have had times where it's like you want to talk to someone, but you like don't want to like just dump it on like a friend or something. So yeah.
I think we've all been there. Before we finish, is there anything else you'd like to add to say to the people watching here today?
Come check out Sip of Hope. Just reiterating everything we said, like having a space to be open is great. Don't be afraid to open up. Keep it hope.
Yeah, we love it. Thank you so much.
Just wanted to recap how our day went at Sip of Hope.
I think we slay.
I think it was really good. My biggest thing, I honestly felt like almost tearing up at the way that people were like very hesitant at first to talk. But once they started talking and kind of like, I don't know. I feel like we were scared to go there and do this, and we didn't want to.
Yeah,
And
we got there and we sat for a while and we were nervous.
yeah, like we ordered something and we just sat down and
We got comfortable.
yeah.
But my favorite part is that like we actually did it even though we were scared. And then it kind of like felt like we were supposed to do that. You know what I mean? Like it was meant to happen.
Yeah, and that we actually, one of the group of ladies, she really pushed us to interview Liam, the guy that works
staff,
at Sip of Hope. And because we were just kind of like nervous
Intimidated
and
by them.
intimidated because they
They're
were
busy
working and they were busy and
we're just girls.
yeah, like
who
taking
have
up their
a
time.
Podcast.
So to everyone that talked to us today, like we really appreciated it and the honesty, and everyone, the biggest thing, the common denominator of everyone was community.
Community, yeah.
And I really love that because I see on TikTok all the time, like our generation doesn't have kind of like a third place. You know, like in Friends, they have the coffee shop, or like in our Disney shows, they always had like the one hangout spot. So I think it was cool to go there and see people just going about their daily lives, but going there to have like a sense of community.
Yeah, and like for a good cause.
Yeah.
Yeah. I loved it though.
Yeah.
Like it just felt like we were in the right place at the right time, and like we were meant to do that today. And I hope we do it again.
Yeah.
Because we had fun. I hope our interviewees had fun.
Yeah.
You should have seen us. We were ready for rejection therapy.
We were.
Go stay and slay.
Well, thanks for watching Stay
And slay.
with Mel.
And Chrissy. And as always,
Stay vibrant. Bye.